So this is round one, game one of the Scars of Mirrodin draft. I won the die roll, and I choose to play first because I'm a pretty aggressive deck, so it seems right. Um, this is my opening hand. Seems pretty strong. I have um, two creatures to play fairly early. Equipment. I don't see mulliganing this, so I keep. Drop my planes. Hold on one sec. All right. Lands, boring times. I go turn to edge right just so that I can get a presence on the board. Plus, because I draw the A Quarter Shield, that means next turn I can go Embersmith, A Quarter Shield, and ping something if he plays something like a Mana Mirror. Either way, it's a 2 power attacker, so I feel like this is probably the right play. He does, in fact, play a Mana Mirror, which is great. So I don't figure he's going to, block, so I just go Embersmith, drop the shield, ping the Smith. Or ping the Mirror, rather. And then hit him. His turn, he goes, as he does, I think, every game this round, turn 3, Necrotic Scudder. So, draw planes for the turn. Not much really I can do this turn. I mean, I could, swing in with my edge right. He might or might not block, and then ping it with Auriok Replica after combat. But that just seems pretty bad because I can have the edge right be Metalcrafty next turn, which is a lot better than just trading it off for a 3/3 flyer, I think. So I just I drop the Strider Harness, which is probably not the right play. Probably the right play is to, because I know I'm not going to swing in here. Probably I should have gone with the Auriok Replica. I think I was, I was thinking that this way he has one. I get definitely one turn to swing in with the edge right, as long as he doesn't have instant speed removal. This way I play around sorcery speed removal on the Replica, I guess. I don't know. I think the Replica is probably the right play, but I play the Strider Harness and ping him, because there's no real point in equipping, I think, at this point. He swings in with Necrotic Scudder and drops Dark Slick Drake. So he's a black-blue Flyers deck as far as I can tell at this point. Draw another land. So that means so this turn is pretty straightforward. I go Auriok Replica, ping him, equip Strider Harness, swing in. He doesn't block, so he goes to 7. So I'm feeling pretty strong here. He plays Necrotic Replica, which is going to slow me down a little bit, but it gives him a little bit of time to swing in with his flyers. But he doesn't even swing with his flyers, which is kind of weird for me. I don't know. It seems like the Necrotic Replica is just there to buy him time, so why not attack? I draw Revoke Existence, which, casting it on the Necrotic Replica is pretty terrible because he just sacks it in response. So I just equip A Quarter Shield to Auriok Edgewright so that he can't triple block and just kill him. This way I think that's right. Yeah, if I don't equip that, then he can triple block and kill my Auriok Edgewright. I just get to kill his Scudder, which is not great. So I equip the shield. I probably tap. This is definitely probably an incorrect tapping of mana because it leaves Revoke Existence up, but it doesn't leave Edge right up. And I should have seen that he was pretty clearly going to bounce that, so I should have left white up. He bounces. I can't play Edge right, so I just equip the Harness to Auriok Replica and pass turn. He plays Necrotic Ooze. He's got so now he's got a Mana Mirror plus another bounce spell. And again, doesn't attack. I think if he'd been a little more aggressive, he probably, would be doing fairly well right now. Because last turn I couldn't swing in with Embersmith unless I equipped I guess I could have swung in with those guys, and that so he'd be at, yeah, okay, maybe that is right to sort of slow roll, but I mean, he's going to drop, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he probably should have been at least a little bit more aggressive, maybe swing in with Darkslick or Necrogen Scudder. So I play a land, and then I just decide to play out Edge Right, equip Edge Right with both things, and swing in again, forcing a block here. So he blocks with Darkslick, and I kill Darkslick. Not the best trade, but, gotta whittle him down somehow, right? So he taps for red, and he taps for Quicksilver Gargantua, which definitely slows down my ground assault. He copies my Embersmith, which is interesting. I mean, I don't know why you don't, just copy your flyer. Well, I guess if he copies his flyer, he goes down to 4. I don't know. I don't know if Embersmith is the right play. I mean, yeah, he'd go down to 4 if he copies that, but he's got a 7/7 flyer. I don't know. He copies Embersmith, which slows down my assault, obviously. But I have Razor Hippogriff in hand, so I play that out, and I equip the harness to it and swing in for 4, putting him in, near lethal range. If only this was Galvanic Blast. His turn, he's got artifacts to start playing, which I guess is the reason he played Embersmith. He plays another Smith first, and then drops a mirror and kills off my Smith, which is definitely right here, because otherwise I'm just 3 artifacts away from killing him. And then he swings in with Embersmith. I don't really care. I take 7. It's not even that relevant at this point. Again, see, if he had been a little bit more aggressive, my life total would be lower, and then, yeah, I feel like he definitely should have been more aggressive this game. Here I am critiquing other people's play when I'm still making mistakes. So I draw a sword. I think I played this turn wrong. I know that he's either going to bounce or block. I probably... Maybe I should have gone play sword, equip sword to edge right swing. That still leaves me with a white up for Auriok Replica. And I mean, there's no way he's killing. I guess so that's 7. No, he couldn't kill edge right there. I think that's probably the right play, is to equip the sword to the edge right and get in. Plus, that makes him swinging with Embersmith worse, because then he just trades with my edge right instead of getting in for 7. So I probably should have played sword. Instead, I swing in with Hippogriff. I'm just focused on the air at this point. He blocks and just chumps. Yeah. So then I play out the sword, which is definitely, I don't know. I don't like that play at all. I should have swung in with edge right and forced because he would have had to block with at least one of those. So the gold mirror would have been out of my way. I don't even equip it, which is definitely wrong. So then he goes. He plays a life staff, which is a little irritating because that means that he's going to start regaining life, but not particularly relevant. I mean, it buys him a little bit of time. Discards Stoic Rebuttal, which I sort of try and keep in mind later, just knowing that he has a counterspell. And he equips, he casts Chrome Steed first, which I'm not worried about because I have the Revoke Existence in hand. I'm just sort of hoping that he equips the life staff to it too, so I can 2-for-1 him with Turn to Slag. He doesn't even, the weird thing is he doesn't even use this pinging at all with Embersmith this game. He's played 2 artifacts this turn, and I don't think he pinged either time. Is that right? Yeah, he didn't ping either time, which I'm pretty sure is... He's got a gold mirror, so he could have gone gone ping ping, maybe knocked off my replica so I have one fewer chump blocker and I have to burn it this turn on that. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's probably right. And then he can still equip onto, like, oh, I guess he just loses to that, doesn't he? Duh. So he's got to keep this. He's got to keep 2 mana up for that. That makes sense then. So he just equips, and then, yeah. Stupid. Okay, so anyway. Swings in. I decide not to take. I decide not to block because I don't know. I feel like keeping this around is probably better. As long as I have it around, I'm fine. And then he equips that there to the Necrotic Ooze so he can gain 3 when he replicas my Hippogriff. I draw a land, swing in with Hippogriff, not bothering to equip because, I mean, he's going to bounce it, and it's lethal already. So yes, he bounces it and gains 3. I play out the land, revoke existence, his Chrome Steed, and equip everything to the edge right. This way now I can block and potentially kill it. But I then realized, like, hey, you know, this thing has protection from blue, and I have a removal spell in hand, so, and he's only got 1 card in hand, so he's swinging in here. Trading is bad because if I can just get rid of this blocker, he just dies next turn. So that's the play I end up going with. He swings in. I just sack the replica to stop him from dealing damage. He taps the gold mirror to put the life staff on it, and then plays Soliton. I mean, this play cost him the game. I don't know why he tapped the gold mirror. That just is. I honestly don't know what was going on there. I mean, I guess if I rip a land, he's dead either way, but because I don't rip a land, this play actually, you know, now he just has Soliton, so I get to go. I draw Revoke Existence. I think a little bit about which one to show him. I decide to just revoke its existence and then swing in and kill him. So that game went pretty well. I think I could have been more aggressive with the edge right, but I mean, well, I could have been more aggressive with the edge right. I had some turns where I could have gotten in. I should have also been more aggressive with the sword. I mean, I drew all 3 equipment, so clearly I should have been more aggressive. Yeah, I think I could have won this game probably a little sooner if I'd been more aggressive. And I didn't really have any risk to being more aggressive because, you know, it was vigilant, so. Yep. On to game 2. I didn't end up sideboarding after this match. Didn't have anything relevant to bring in. Well, I could have run in the Nihil Spellbomb. I probably should have thought about that a little more. But I didn't.